I'm sure you're as intrigued as I am about how the ready meals we buy at the store are manufactured in factories. Yes, these gigantic machines run non-stop, producing thousands of meals in minutes. It all starts with pots packed with just the proper amount of high-quality rice. As the water's poured, the pots are tightly sealed, allowing the rice to soak up the liquid and settle evenly. When it's time to cook, the robots gently but firmly grab the pots and turn them upside down to drain the water through sieves. Now, fresh water is being added to these pots to cook the rice to the right temperature and consistency. A robotic arm puts the steamer's cover into place, and the steam cookers roll out, attaching seals to each pot as they go. Precise temperatures prevent problems such as overcooking or undercooking. Of course, when the rice is correctly cooked, robotic arms take over again. They carefully place the pots on rolling iron rods which guide them along the conveyor belt. The cooking procedure is completely mechanized, with no human hands involved. That's pretty cool, right? The rice is cooked and ready to pour into the trays, so let them fill the hopper first. After the rice, crispy chicken pieces are placed on the trays to finish the meal box, along with the sauces. Hey, there's more than just one type of food box being prepared. You'll notice the meal boxes are packed with enticing gravy. Boxes are full, therefore before closing the meal boxes, they will freeze these trays to keep them fresh, flavorful, and preserved until you reach the store shelf and select your favorite meal tray. Who wants to deal with anything less than perfect hygiene as these trays glide along the conveyor belt to the sealing station? That is why this sealing station is pristine, with extremely tight cleaning protocols to ensure that each seal is excellent and free of impurities. Now, these meal trays are perfectly wrapped and sealed. Of course, after sealing, the trays are moved to the labeling station, where they are labeled with all of the important information, such as the brand name, ingredients, and expiry dates. After these boxes have been meticulously packed, this final step ensures that each box is tightly sealed and ready for distribution. I'm sure my fitness fanatics are excited to see how their daily salad trays are made in factories. Pile on a substantial amount of fresh green vegetables, keeping everything completely separated. So soft grilled beef slices are also added. That will elevate the game, and because healthy eating requires eggs, they have been included as well. These machines distribute spaghetti into these trays, giving each one just the right amount. The trays then move down the conveyor belt to the sauce station. Machines pour a delicious tomato-based sauce over spaghetti, ensuring that each tray receives a generous amount. Before we get into how your favorite crispy banana chips are created, have a look at how these workers sort them to ensure that each banana remains of the highest quality. When the bananas arrive on conveyor belts, they are peeled effectively without injuring that sensitive critical component. Why choose green bananas instead than ripe ones? If this ever clicks with you, it's quite simple. Unripe bananas offer a harder texture and less sugar, giving the chips an ideal crunch. These remarkable slicing machines now slice the peeled bananas into thin, even pieces. After a wash bath, these slices are examined to ensure they are the correct thickness. The hot oil makes them crunchy and tasty, and the team rocks. The chips pass via another conveyor belt to drain excess oil and dry off, making them extra crispy. Once dried, the chips are seasoned with their delicious trademark flavors, ensuring that each chip is precisely seasoned. Of course, any overcooked chips are removed to keep your snack game strong. Finally, the chips are sorted into exact parts by this massive high-tech portioning machine. This interesting gadget ensures that each packet contains just the appropriate amount of chips. After all those hefty meals, don't you think it's time for something sweet to cap things off? The stuffing we all enjoy with each crunchy bite. First, some secret components combine in this massive machine, where sugar, coconut, and creamy butter come together to create that unrivaled flavor. Once the viscous mixture is ready, these high-tech blades slice it into perfectly sized pieces. It is time for the big treat. These bars are going to take a dip in a rich, flowing chocolate waterfall, and taking notes is essential to ensure that everything is in order. The chocolate coats each bar wonderfully, giving it a glossy, delicious finish that we can't get enough of. This is precisely where they get their seductive chocolate vibe. So following their chocolatey bath, they glide through a drying tunnel, where cool air helps the chocolate solidify and form a crunchy, delectable shell. The cold period helps them set perfectly, resulting in a faultless finish. It's critical to monitor the temperature since it prevents melting or uneven coating, ensuring that each mouthful is deliciously uniform. Once they're perfect, the bars are meticulously packaged and packed. Each one is placed in its box, ready to hit the shelves and provide that sweet satisfaction. Have you ever wondered how your favorite ice cream gets from the farm to the freezer? Dude, ready to watch an astonishing metamorphosis. But first, let's talk about how these cows produce such fresh and wonderful milk. It's all about innovative technology, which is used throughout their care in the milking process. When they complete milking the cows, they immediately take the entire milk to their specialist facilities, where it is pasteurized and checked to ensure that it is safe to proceed. Once the milk has its own area in the mixing chambers, additional components such as cream, sugar, and stabilizers are introduced and stirred in the enormous blending tanks. Check out the velvety consistency as this ice cream is made. To obtain the creamy and fluffy texture of ice cream, it is whisked at lower temperatures while most likely freezing the mixture simultaneously. These precision blades gently cut through the creamy richness, resulting in exactly symmetrical servings. Automated machines then insert each stick into the ice cream, transforming these delicious delicacies into portable marvels. The robotic arms are everywhere, assisting with every small task. For example, they now gently hold each ice cream so they can dip into the luscious, silky chocolate pool. Check out the exquisite ice cream as it soaks in a velvety chocolate bath, emerging with a glossy covering for that tempting crunch in every heavenly bite. From heating to packaging, the robots ensure that everything runs smoothly without interruption, resulting in delicious ice creams. They nail it by keeping things precisely cold, resulting in precise scoops. Remember those ice cream cones from our childhood? Let's be honest, ice cream cones are the greatest pleasure anytime, anywhere. So a chilly blast perfectly balances the creamy sweetness in the cones. If you can easily resist these ice creams, buddy, our vibes aren't compatible. But wait, there are a lot more alternatives ahead, so stay around and let me know which ice cream you prefer most. These elegant robotic arms are segmenting ice cream cones for easier packaging, and the packaging paper is now ready. So these ice cream cones are being packed tightly into these big cartons. A group of robotic arms cut the ice cream into chunks and sandwich them between biscuit layers. These robots collaborate to ensure that every ice cream sandwich is created correctly without the need for human interaction. Amigos, now we must take a step back and let these machines launch quietly, continually racing to produce these ice cream buckets. From creating magnificent flavors to refining creamy textures, how wonderfully these nozzles pour luscious ice cream into perfectly shaped molds as these sticks slip in, transforming them into handheld beauties. Meanwhile, the wrappers are prepared, and see how neatly they are lined up, ready to be packed by these automated machines. Perhaps some of you are unaware of these, but those who have tried them will never go back. Waffle ice cream sandwiches are delicious treats.